Good afternoon, everyone. This is Brad Matheny. I wanted to come to you today, the 18th of December, after the big market collapse, and talk to you a little bit about what I do and why you might want to pay attention. So, first off, this is my website, Mint.com. You can see right here, I am offering a great special $99 for 6-month trial. I suggest you go ahead and get started on this. The goal here is to help you become a better trader. And in order to do this, I've started up a new process using my Expert Growth TT Scanner hot list, focusing primarily on the spider sector trades. You can see this is 5-minute. We've gotten into a lot of trades today. Everything has already hit the targets, it seems like, except for this new XLU, which is a brand new trade at the end of the day. And these XLV and XLB are flat. But again, this is 5-minute. So obviously on a big day like today, moving downward, these things are already going to be hitting profits. I've been focusing mostly on 60 minutes. And so for today, this 60-minute trigger in XLRE hit beautifully. And I was able to get into some options early, cost only really like 45 bucks to get into 3 put options. And I ended up selling them for, I think, over 150 bucks, 160 bucks. I mean, they went up basically 5 times today on this selling today. It was beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Now, I wanted to talk to you about how this works. So when you consider, let's go through the process. When you consider becoming an Expert Growth member, that's my services called Expert Growth. You can learn all about it by clicking here on my website, and it tells you all about my services. But ideally, what you do in the Expert Growth members area is you come in here, and I had to refresh the page because I just added this just recently to try to teach people, look, this is the process. I've been told I give too much information. Well, you know what? Maybe that's a good thing. Maybe that's a bad thing. The idea here is what I'm trying to do is teach you to use my tools and use my resources to become a better trader, to learn to trade on your own, make your own decisions, and target reasonable growth opportunities. And as you become better skilled, you'll be able to do even more. And the numbers really work out when you pay attention, you limit yourself, and you trade as a business instead of as a gambling process. I get messages all the time from people who, don't really look at investing and trading as a business. They come in, they tell me, oh, I lost 90% of my account, I shouldn't have done this, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, but you're losing track of the real focus here, which is trading is a business. You got to handle it as a business. You can't go through life in a business losing 90% of your assets on a bad deal and expect to be around tomorrow. You're going to go broke. That's the way it works. So when I started this new trading scenario for trying to teach people how to do this using Expert Growth and really trying to show them how to use these triggers, I follow my analysis, which is detailed right here in the morning videos. So right here, watch my weekly videos, and I do morning videos and morning updates as well. Review the TT Scanner hot list. Use the new TT Scanner intraday triggers, which are these, which I'm referring to. If you followed my research on TradingView or on my YouTube channel, you know that I've been calling for the markets to roll downward into an anomaly event into early January. So, okay, what happened today? We had a huge roll to the downside. Really quite impressive. And like I said, we come over here, we take a look at my account. As of yesterday, was off a little bit, about 160 bucks. And as of today, we made about $450, $500 I made profit trying to catch and set up for this roll. We're now at my 33% target for the next 20 days, which is my objective. I'm done. I theoretically could quit right now and not trade for the next 2 weeks and call it good, because my plan is, as I'll show you here, to execute this scenario. Every 20 days, if I start off with $1,000 and am able to make 30% every 20 days consistently, then I will be at, by the end of the year, roughly somewhere between $40,000 and $50,000. Okay, that's really simple math. What I'm doing is I'm taking my account. So hypothetically, I start with $1,000, and let me highlight all of this. Make this all. How big is this? 14. So start with $1,000, and then I break it into 3 accounts. So I take this, divide by 3, and I trade this as 3 separate days. So day 1, day 2, and day 3. Okay? The whole point here is I can only trade a maximum of $333 a day, and I try to stay well under that. I only try to trade a small percentage of that, about 50 to 60%. So if I come in here and 0.6 and put this in as a percent, that means that I'm trading that times that. I'm trading about $200 a day. And I'm trying not to leave positions overnight. So ideally, even if I were to lose everything on a single day, blow up my account, I'm only really risking about $200 a day. So now that hasn't been the case. And when I get into the second day here, if I risk $400 and I lose everything, then I will quit, because my limitation is, these are my trading plan. Start with 1,000, break that capital into 1/3 daily limits, trade no more than 2 to 4 times a day, try to target 1 to 2 short-term trades and or 1 to 2 intermediate-term trades on a regular basis. Attempt to keep my losses limited depending on market volatility. And if I lose more than $300, which is 1/3 of my account, I'm going to stop trading. That's actually end of trade losses. So I would have to close out trades and be a negative $300 or more. My daily average goal is 15 to 30% over a 30-day period of time. So understand that if I get to 35%, I'm technically well above my daily goal. I don't have to chase it. I will try to execute trades early in the morning and share with my subscribers and my members, which I have been doing. I will attempt to pull short-term trades off as early as possible, trying to lock in gains. I will attempt to let intermediate-term trades run a bit longer, possibly more than 1 or 2 days, in an effort to catch bigger swings, which is exactly what happened today. And I will not attempt to chase market trends unless I see a clear ABC type of price pattern. I'm going to go over that with you here in a bit. Let me make sure I've got, here's a map. I was just helping my fiance out. So here's my gunslinger tools, and let me move these over here and this down here. And what we're going to do with my gunslinger tools, we'll take a look at what I call the ABCs. So come in here on a 30-minute time frame and look here. This was the sell-off in the SPY. So you can see we had a very decent sell after the Fed comment, and this made me a ton of money today. So it basically turned 5, 6, 7 days worth of work into 2 days. But again, learning about the structure of the market, there's my other server. Learning about the structure of the market means we have to be prepared to not chase these market trends. We take our profit. We've got a good solid selling mode here. An ABC pattern would occur like this, where we get a downtrend, a pullback, and then a continuation of a downtrend. So we haven't seen that yet. I'm not going to be chasing this market trend. Tomorrow, I'm going to see what happens and possibly wait for this pullback to occur before I start loading up for a second leg down. But again, what I'm doing, folks, here is trying to show you how to do this. And here it says $333 allocated for every day. I can't go over that number. If I trade 2 or 3 quick trades in the morning, I'll go ahead and maybe get 1 or 2 more if I want, but I cannot get over this level as far as how much I trade per day, holding any positions more than this. If I'm in and out and I make my money, say I make 30, 40 bucks on my options trade, I can, if I want to, get back into another trade because I was in and out and I haven't broken my $333 limit. I have been keeping things to typically between $100 and $200 a day. I'm trying to keep them fairly tight, but sometimes options contracts cost a little more. Typically, I am trading 2 contracts. So if I come in here and typically I am trading 2 options contracts per trade. And the reason for this is that I want to try to get out of the first one at a 15, 20, 30% profit. Even if it's only $5 or $10, guys, it doesn't matter. Book the profits because it helps offset potential losses that happen. And again, 30% is my number. So if I can get 30% right off the bat and then maybe get a little more, great. I mean, that's exactly what I'm shooting for. But ideally, what I want to try to do is get in and out of the trades and not hold them long term. So even today, I made a ton of money on the market collapsing today, but I had a couple of long-term metals trades that didn't play out. Took an 80% loss on those 2. But I mean, it was an 80% loss of $45. So I ended up losing like 39 bucks. And who cares? I made like 160. Well, I made $450 overall today, including my losses. So I didn't care. Once I was that, in the level, in the profit, I didn't care. Just get out of everything, start over tomorrow. So now I am sitting on $1,360 as of the end of the day today. Had a $380 profit, which was great because I started the day off with like a minus $200 and some loss on the market moving higher before the Fed. Could have been a totally messed up day if this move didn't happen, but I was willing to deal with it because by the middle of the day, I was only off about 85 bucks. Okay, not going to kill me to lose 85 bucks. On a $1,000 account, that would have put me at a $920 balance, roughly. I can handle that. That's not a big deal trading. So now, what we're trying to do with this is we're trying to continue to see this run. And what we're going to do is we're going to continue to use the Expert Growth TT Scanner triggers. And really, it comes down to using the daily triggers, which I mentioned to you earlier. XLC and XLY are all longer term triggers. They've been in the trade for 27 days or 62 days or 62 days. The reason these are still long is they haven't broken down daily. XLV started a nice short trade. XLB started a great short trade, hit the first target. And XLRE today, which was my big winner, was a big, beautiful downtrend today. So what I'm looking for is carryover trends between daily and 60 or 60 and 15. So you can see here how we have all of these trades being short. XLRE is short, up 3.22. XLY is short, 3.21 profit. All of these are set up. We have a new XLP short at the end of the day and a new XLU short at the end of the day. These are all available right here in the Expert Growth member area, right on this TT Scanner intraday ETF signals. And what I'm trying to, again, teach you how to do is when you come over here and you start using my system, so we go down to 15 minutes, and you start looking here at my TT Scanner gunslingers, you can see we had a nice short trigger right here. We do have a cycle high playing out right here to the downside. We have a cycle high playing out to the downside. We have a cycle high playing out to the downside. Very solid selling right over in this area on the cycle highs because we've got very clear rotation. We didn't get into the major breakdown event until right over in here. Notice we have another little sell signal right there. So that's really right here, guys, where the gunslinger tools mention that we need to start selling. But I use the gunslinger tools to teach people how to start to monitor the market. And you can see we actually started getting into bearish trending right over here. And we got into bearish trending right down here. So understand that we're looking at downward cycle trending throughout, you know, this cycle high here. You got cycle high rolling into a downtrend, cycle high rolling into a downtrend, cycle high rolling into a downtrend, and sure enough, you get a cycle high rolling into a downtrend. And look at this here. Oops, get rid of that. Get rid of that. Look at this nice little move. So look at this little cycle move. 0.73%. That can be your 30% right there in the options. I mean, it's clean and it's simple, and you get all of this with your Ment.com subscription. So understand that when you come back here and you go to the Ment.com services, when you look here in the Meds website, you get access to everything. It's a great opportunity for you right now going into 2025. You get all of this, my proprietary research, access to my intraday, daily, and weekly signals, the Ment rotational modeling system for investors, the TradingView Gunslinger tools, which I was just showing you, my custom index research and content, specialized U.S. research index and modeling systems, more than 50 plus hours of detailed training videos, plus my daily videos and updates every morning, access to my Discord channel, access to my morning S&P and gold pattern videos, specialized market commentary throughout the day on Discord, and you get to join a group of active and skilled traders that will help you find and identify great trading opportunities. And remember, what I'm trying to teach you here right now is this. You want to try to go for 30% or more every 20 days. You don't really need to do much more, because at the end of a year of trading, you're going to have, let's say, $40,000. So next year, you start with $40,000, and by the end of that year, you're somewhere between $1.5 and $2 million, potentially. Okay, and again, you're making, so we could hypothetically come in here and take a look at how much you're making equals that minus that. You're making anywhere from, as you grow, call it $20,000 to $50,000 a month. I mean, you can live on that, folks. Okay, better than you can live anywhere else. And it's just a matter of gaining the skill. Okay, that's all it is. You need to gain the skill to be able to trade. And that's what I'm going to teach you. I teach you in my training session back over here. There's expert growth training right down here. There's dozens of videos here to help you learn to trade. I deliver content every day to you to help you. There's the mechanics of trading video all the way through part 13, teaching you Fibonacci, anchor bar theory, Gann theory, excess phase peak patterns, evaluating trade setups, learning how to kind of anticipate the market moves. Lots of real world examples here throughout all of last year and the year before. I need to create some new ones for you, but remember, over on my YouTube channel, let's come over here and go to YouTube. Over on my YouTube channel, right over here, okay, can't do it there, sorry, got to do it here. got to be done in Chrome because it's all linked to my Chrome, my Google account. Over on my YouTube channel, there are a ton of videos here for you to access, okay? All of these videos, literally thousands, well, I'm assuming thousands, but hundreds, at minimum hundreds of videos going back more than a year probably, at least, going back to some of the biggest calls that I've made and literally thousands of examples of how to trade, how to pick apart the market, how to use excess peak patterns, and more. All right here for you. Okay, so when you come over to mint.com and you check this out, what's most important, folks, is that you understand that this Christmas gift right now, $99 for 6 months, is an incredible opportunity. I mean, I'll put it to you simply, okay? If you have struggled in trying to learn how to trade, if you have struggled to find the right group of people to help you, and if you have struggled to understand, how to aggressively manage your capital and pull profits, then I urge you to invest in your own future for 6 months for $100. Give it a shot, try it, come into my website, come into my Discord, ask questions, spend time learning, spend time asking questions, spend time following all of the updates, all of the Discord content, all of the video content. I promise you, you cannot get anything better than learning and watching. But I will tell you this, if you're not willing to invest the time, if you're not willing to actually try to do this, and you want to go out, all crazy and start gambling, well, then I can't really do much for you, because if you're not doing well and losing money, the one thing that I can tell you is if you don't stop and figure out what you're doing wrong and improve your skills, you're probably just going to keep losing money. Okay? And that's what I'm trying to tell you right here, right now. This is the biggest Christmas gift I can offer you, because it not only includes my investment modeling, my proprietary research, my custom index charts, my cycle patterns. Oh, these aren't working. I'll have to figure out why. But anyway, all of these things, let's see if they're working over here in my live trades. Weekly summary. Yep, they're working here. So I'll go figure that out, figure out why they're not working over there on the others. These are the custom indexes, and these are part of what I do every week, going through and creating these analysis charts for you to tell you what's going on specifically in the market. Okay, it's a matter of digging through the details of the market, which is what I do. I'm your researcher. I'm the guy that's going to try to point you in the right direction. I'm trying to make predictions that are 2 weeks to 6 months out. And I have a detailed plan already outlined related to what's going on. These are some of the other trading services or algos that I run. You can see here, this is, for example, DBA running as of today is up 1.16%, brand new trigger just a little bit ago. Here we have IGE up 5%, IYR up 1.93%. These are other trading algos you can use on my website to try to find great trade setups. And of course, you can run them either in standard mode, which is in and out style of trading, get in, get out, pull my profits. You can be in rotational mode, meaning always long or always short. And again, these can get some really big swings when you catch them. And then you have what's called pure alpha, which are what are called ranked, what I believe to be highly potentially successful triggers. And again, they come in ranked at a moderate volatility level. So ideally, these triggers will present very solid opportunities for you. Okay? And again, all of this is available to you right now. It's all literally right here waiting for you. Okay? All within this area here, the Expert Growth subscription, which is right here for only $99 for 6 months. So I urge you, do yourself a favor, try it, see what you can do. Remember, I'm trying to teach you how to do this with stock options. Start with $1,000, shoot for 30% every 20 days on average. You can do more than that, that's fine. It's just gonna, if you get to 50%, you're gonna grow your account faster. From 1,000 into 400,000 in less than a year, about a year. And then you're gonna come over here and you're gonna go to 425,000 hypothetically, and you're gonna grow your account into 186 million in 2 years. Okay? That's what I'm trying to teach you. This is the gift of teaching you to be able to trade. Now, granted, you may end up finding that you need some of my tools. Like you may find that you need these TT Scanner intraday triggers. They're very good triggers. They're going to help you hone in on great trading opportunities. But again, if you're making, $300,000 a month off of my triggers and paying me 50, 60, even if I raise my rates to $100 a month to give you access to these, it's worth it, right? Even if you start with just this, and you get to the point where you're making $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 or $8,000 a month, it's worth it to pay 50, 60, $70 a month to have good quality trade tools and a group of traders help you figure out where the next big opportunities are. So do yourself a favor. Come over and check it out. Like I said, members are just, I'm getting emails from people right now that have really started hitting the ball out of the ballpark, doubling their account every 2 or 3 days. Okay, and that's incredible. Trading options. Okay, it's really quite incredible what people are able to do. I've got people that are making $100,000 a week in my system running my tools. So it's available to you. It's just a matter of you have to learn. I'm not the type of guy that's going to hand you trades and say, buy this, sell this. My algos will do that right here. And I will communicate with you about what's going on with the algos. But I'm not going to be pulling the trigger for you. That's the one thing I refuse to do. This is all about you learning how to become a better trader. Okay, guys. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. Hope you guys take advantage of this deal. We'll talk later. Bye.